divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And it'll be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted.
And they wanted to get him going early in this one because, remember, he struggled throwing the football last week, and he's firing away to start this one. But that one was incomplete.
Now Jones.
That's caught. It's Josh Downs.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Josh Downs,
his 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Colts go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Texans. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to the self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
3rd and 3.
Throwing Jones. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Sheldon Rankins in there to drop it for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
On 4th down, the Colts will call on Rigoberto Sanchez for the punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
That's returnable now for Smith.
It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So out come the Texans for their opening drive.
They're led by the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger, throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss.
Our first carry here for Joe Mixon.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
You look at this Colt defense.
And right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Here's Lawrence. That one complete. It's tanked down.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Hey, let's go. Hey, Soko, Samad. Here we go.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And not much running room. Down to the 32. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Hey, easy. Ralph. This side.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
Now Lawrence.
Hard throw, incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. And in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
Off the play fake. Jones. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Here's Smith to return it.
And he'll be out right at the 35.
A good head down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And the Texans will take over.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Rip, 23.
Now Lawrence. Open man is Jordan, the tight end.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
The Texans at 4 and 12 now on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
16 yards on that one, and
also a Texan first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out in the running game.
Hey, Ginger, touch!
Here's Lawrence to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. These two teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13. And it was the visiting Texans who came away with a victory. So they'll look to take the season series if they can win here in Houston.
Hey.
4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down. You look at this Colt defense. They enter this one number 13, Charles, in the NFL in stopping the run.
And being able to set the tone early in this game, because when you get down to it, it's that sign that we saw in their football facility when we visited with them. The one that said no explosives, no big plays, no chunk plays. That's what they've got to take care of.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Mekhi Blackman's got it. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. The Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during the series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Will Anderson showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun, Jones. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Daniil Hunter. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
All right, let's go. Here we go.
Mix it up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that.
Hey, so go. High. Here we go.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And no luck at all to start this drive as they're going to drop him behind the line for a 2nd straight play. These two teams all tied after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. A tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Lawrence will throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Formation for the Texans.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Henry To'o got in there behind the line of scrimmage that time.
Let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
It's now 3rd down and long.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Lisa 24. Turn. This is hot.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
A nice effort and an even nicer stop from Quiddy Pay.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the 1st.
And the Texans, 1st down.
Hey, here we go.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Joe Mixon, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula when we got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
He'll let one go deep for downs.
And it's intercepted.
And the Texans are going to take over at their own 41. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
2nd and 1.
On red.
A handoff to Mixon. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up.
And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
These are 24.
And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete.
It's a turnover on downs.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
The ball is free. Taylor lost it. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On third down, here's Taylor. And he's going to be met at about the 43. And now a stoppage, and it looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 18. That's good for a Colts. First down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man. It's one. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Indianapolis.
Off play action. Jones. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Eddie Pinheiro on now. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they wanted to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
2nd and 10.
On red. Here we go.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. He's got it to Collins, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
That was loose down the left sideline. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey.
Lawrence. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Lawrence to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Fairbairn on for the field goal.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
That's so educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up.
First down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Now he's going to step up and run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
First down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a great leg swing and bang that one through.
So halftime straight ahead. It is time. Only 30 minutes left in the regular season, and everybody's excited for the playoffs, so we're just going to forget the halftime show and get back to the football. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
46 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And this one too low.
The offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back, because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
2nd and 20.
Lisa 24.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Grover Stewart, never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. 3rd down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game. Back to throw. Lawrence.
They'll let this go deep for Collins.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29.
You take a look at his receiving numbers so far. He's been terrific. Up over 100 yards now for the game.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Jim.
Here's a give to Mixon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, let's go. Here we go.
Looking to throw. Lawrence.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Hey.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Nico Collins from 4 yards out. And the Texans take the opening kickoff in the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it was Nico Collins who finished it off with a touchdown reception. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the 2nd half.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. But, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want to get the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Now Jones.
Throw out right, pulled in by Downs.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
24-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Indianapolis.
Throwing Jones. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
Loss of 6 yards. It's 2nd down.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Off the play fake, Jones. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. He'll run here with Taylor.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good red zone run there, 9 yards. And it'll be second and goal.
Here's Taylor again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line.
Well, they held him out on second down, and now here's third and goal.
Jones keeping it on the sneak.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Colts have got it back to within a score. Jones throwing for it.
And this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Looking to put a drive together.
All right, let's go.
They'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Short throw into the hands of Jordan.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Route. Hey, Ginger, tight.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Hey. Focus, hey.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Now Lawrence. The backfield throw there is incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Here's Lawrence. comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Looking to put a drive together.
There we go, set. 70 Lions.
Now Jones throwing to start the drive. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. This offense so far on third down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on for the 5th time here today. That's taken on the 25. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Texans offense and Trevor Lawrence getting set for this next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes the right read seemingly every time. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Hey, so go, 13 move. Here we go.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he takes this near to 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Well, the Colts now are ready to get the football back. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The toss here completed to Pittman. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 5. Back to throw. Jones. Quick slant caught by Pierce. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. That quick throw there is incomplete.
But that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Jones keeps it himself. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's another Colts first down. A gain of a yard. And the Colts first down.
Off play action. Jones. This pass left side to Downs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short.
He's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Larry Ogunjobi picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Texans here on 3rd down putting an extra defender in the secondary. Operating from the gun. Jones. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Larry Ogunjobi, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. That is caught. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
14 yards. That's good for a Colts first down.
Taylor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Whoa, it still won't go down. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6.
Red on red.
And again, it's Chubb. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Okay, ready?
3rd and 5.
Hey, lion, lion. Hey, tomato, tomato. Cut.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. So Daniel Jones and the Colts down 31-28, 2:18 on the clock. A fourth straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got him with a first down. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Now Jones. Finding Pittman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
10 yards. That's good for the Colts. First down.
Jones. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Will Anderson in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. To throw is Jones. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
A gain of 9. It's 4th down.
Jones. Oh, he had to force it there on 4th down, and it's intercepted. And the Texans have just about sewn up this football game.
Jones pass. Intercepted. Turnover on down.
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Well, we all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome's in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for Houston, they do finish things out with a victory here in Week 18, but the victories were few and far between as they'll end the year at 5-12. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they'll finish a less than stellar campaign with a mark of 6-11. And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and younger all around.